thank you for joining me in this video, and I'm going to share with you my morning routine. This is my weekend morning routine, and every single day, even not just on the mornings, a lot of this is what I do on a daily basis. Like wake up the house. I've done morning routines and nighttime routines in the past, so some of this is you guys have seen before, but I always begin by opening up my blinds. I move Loxie's bed back to the living room because at night she does sleep beside me, and so I just kind of get the house situated in its working order, you know, for the day and really kind of set the tone. I 99% always make my bed, so this really is a routine for me. And yeah, so getting that bed made. My PJs, just ignore that. Don't make fun of that, because I always look like I picked out my pajamas in the dark, which I pretty much do. And then I get dressed to go running. I have been running the last couple of weeks outside, and it's just a passion of mine. It's like a brain dump, and I really enjoy just hitting the ground running, no pun intended, and just clearing my mind. But before I do that, before I get to jogging, I do tidy up the house. Actually, this is part of my nighttime routine. I always clean up the house and clean the house at night, but this particular morning I just had leftover things to get done. And actually this day, later on that night, I filmed my nighttime cleaning routine video, which I believe will already be up before this video, so I'll link it down below for you guys. And Loxie has already gone out for her first morning potty break, but as you can see, she loves to follow me anytime that I go outside, and that's when I do any sort of my recycling, or I get rid of trash that I don't want to put like in a brand new trash bag or whatever, you know what I'm saying. So then I feed her and get her some new water, and I even turn on my essential oil diffuser. No, that's not it. That's my sorry, that was my computer. I turn on my my Scentsy wax melt. I only let that run for about the morning time while I get all of this done, and then I clean up all of Loxie's leftover toys. Again, this is something I do mostly as a nighttime routine. As you can see, I'm tidying up, but really, when I wake up, I like to wake up to an already clean house so that I don't have to do it in the morning. I sleep a lot better when I have a clean house, and I wake up a lot better when I have a clean house. So it's really out of ordinary and out of my character to be doing this in the morning time, but sometimes that just happens. It really depends on how exhausted I am, and usually I'm working on all my free time. It's all YouTube, so I'm usually, as of lately, I've been a little bit more exhausted than usual. So then I'm just kind of tidying up my armchair where I sit most of the time, and yeah, and one of the things that I really love going on in the morning is just having certain TV sounds on. I know that sounds maybe a little bit silly, but I can't tell you how comforting certain shows are, just hearing them on in the background. And this particular morning, I wanted I Love Lucy. And just having those sounds filling up the house, it just makes the house more warm and comforting, like I said. And it's so much better than a quiet house for me personally. So yeah, so I get those TV shows going, and then I begin to stretch because I do jog in the mornings, and so I'm just stretching myself out. And I also just stretch in general because my muscles are pretty tight. I'm not as flexible as some people, and I just feel like if I stretch in the mornings, it makes me feel taller for some reason. And I'm also trying to work on my posture and my back because I've been going to the chiropractor a lot because I have lower back problems, and so stretching is really important for me and get those muscles loosened up. So, and especially even more so before I go running. And I just feel like it's even more important at the age that I am, in my mid-30s, even though it's not mid, more like late, but we're gonna go with mid-30s for today. And yeah, so just keeping those muscles loose and getting them warmed up before my jog. And I'm just kind of showing you guys some of my moves. And because it's the weekend, that means constant filming for my main channel. So before I go jogging, I've been spending a little bit of my time on my computer for whatever video I imported the night before, and getting that ready and scheduled for certain release dates and times. So that's all that I'm doing there, just in my office, getting some YouTube videos ready. That's pretty much it, just typical routine, and it's been working out really well for me. It's kept me very organized and sane with juggling YouTube, so just getting myself organized and doing all of that what I need to do on the weekend has been really successful for me. And then I put on my knee brace of sorts. I got this off of Amazon, but it really helps with my IT band. My IT band's kind of wonky on my right knee, and whenever I jog and I have this on, it just feels like my knee is 100%. I can't describe it, but there's no pain and I feel really great. I used to actually use KT tape. If you've been with me for a long time, you know I used to put a lot of KT tape on, and that got too expensive, and then I found this band. So anyway, then as you saw, I came back. I was very, very tomato red from my jog. I went about 3 miles. And then I got back in the shower and changed. I hadn't done my makeup at this point yet. I just kind of needed to relax. So this is kind of my me time that you're watching right now, that everything else was about the house and the dog and getting the jog ready, and then I sit down and watch Alexandria Garza, one of my favorite YouTubers. And fun fact, but did you know mangoes are my absolute favorite fruit on the planet? I don't know how they're not everybody's favorite. It is the most delicious thing, and so that's basically my breakfast for that morning. I am fasting, but by this time it was actually almost noon after jogging, showering, doing my hair, and then getting some YouTube videos ready and all that stuff. And then I sit down on my couch, where you are watching some very rare footage of me just lounging. This rarely happens because, again, my weekend is just all YouTube, mostly all day long. And I love to go through Amazon. It's one of my favorite things to do, see what they have going on, and preparing some more items, dragging them into my cart for my daughter's upcoming move to college. Once I've done that, I come back and turn on this TV, which is in my butler's pantry, and so then yes, I have my TV going on in my living room, but then I also love to backfill multiple sounds. I think that's just maybe because my family unit in my house is very small between my daughter and I, and it just kind of fills up the house, and it's something, again, I don't know if this makes sense to anybody, but it's something that I just love how it feels like, just, I don't know, very homey for me. So getting this done, and then I'm going to make myself some coffee. And we actually talked about my Keurig situation on my Instagram Live. Shout out to all my Instagram Live babes. Love you guys. And you guys, oh, you are hilarious, by the way, and you seriously light up my life. So we talked about the Keurig situation. And basically, I'm just not a fan of the Keurig anymore, and I've resorted back to just an older fashioned type of coffee pot. I take some vitamins as well, and I actually got a really good clip of each vitamins after this one of the ones I was taking, but unfortunately that clip got distorted. I have no idea what happened to it. But I will list the vitamins that I take in the morning. I split these up between the morning and at night, so I'll list the ones that I took for this video in the description box below in case you're interested on what I take. Pour myself that cup of joe. I sit down for a quick second, get some reading in before I start the afternoon with my YouTube videos and filming. And that's it for my morning routine. Please give this video a thumbs up, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you really soon for another video. Bye guys.